Hi, my name is Schein. I'm presently the Fulbright Bicentennial Chair of North American Studies at the University of Helsinki. I'm here for a year, or finishing my year. In my other life, I'm a professor of geography and chair of the Department of Geography at the University of Kentucky in the United States. My background is as a geographer. I'm an historical geographer by training, but I do work on racialized landscapes and urban geographies. I took my graduate degrees in geography from Penn State and from Syracuse University many years ago. I applied to the Fulbright Chair because I've been looking for Fulbrights for years, but I really don't do any international research. And so it seemed sort of a waste of everybody's time to try to go someplace where I wasn't going to be engaged with the programs in that place. And then I realized there were a few Fulbrights who really wanted me for my North American knowledge. And that was the primary attraction, to go to a place where I could be part of a North American Studies program. Then when I started looking at the Helsinki program, I realized that it was a long-standing, really good program that was embedded not just at the University of Helsinki, but in the larger city. Many people in the program actually travel regularly between academia, the public sector, and government sector. And it also had strong connections to other universities in Finland. Sort of part of the attraction was being in a country with 5 million people and knowing that in the course of a year you'd get to know most of the people in your field. Yeah, my responsibilities at Helsinki were in the North American Studies program, and this Bicentennial Chair is actually structurally built into the program. The requirements are basically that I teach 2 courses in the fall and 2 in the spring. One of those in each semester is a lecture course. And I brought my favorite urban geography, urban problems lecture from the United States for the fall, and I kind of dusted off a course I haven't taught for years on the American cultural landscape as kind of historical and contemporary dimensions, and took this as a chance to revamp that and teach it again for the first time in a long time. The other 2 courses were really seminars for the MA students, and I could do whatever I wanted. I took advantage of the fall semester to read in literatures and political ecology. It's a direction I've wanted to go in some of my work, and so the students got to come along for the ride as guinea pigs. In the spring, I really did a directed paper writing project because all of the students in the MA seminar that semester had already taken my lecture class, so we could follow up on that and they could do independent research projects. In terms of research, I really just tried to finish off some projects that I brought with me. I'm actually on sabbatical leave this year, and this is one of those times to rethink old projects. I finished an edited volume and got about halfway through the final manuscript of a monograph I've been working on racialized landscapes, and published 3 or 4 small articles that I brought with me in draft form. One of the best things about the Fulbright in Helsinki, and I think anywhere in Europe really, probably anywhere in the world, is the opportunity to travel. The Bicentennial Chair actually comes with some ambassadorial duties, and so I traveled around Finland quite a lot. Between my wife and I, we spoke in Oulu, in Turku, in Tampere, and in Helsinki in various venues. We also took advantage of the intercountry travel grant. I gave PhD workshops at the Heidelberg Center for American Studies in Germany and at Uppsala and Gotland universities in Sweden. I also gave a lecture in Sweden at Uppsala and also another lecture in Wageningen in the Netherlands. And besides that, there were just opportunities with the family to go to Estonia, to go to Sweden. My kids went to St. Petersburg for a long weekend with their school. We tried to take advantage of all those things while we were here. What did I change, or what personal characteristics did I change being in Finland? I don't know that my students will agree with me when I get home, but I think I learned to listen better. One of the, I think, kind of, if you can make gross generalizations about an entire people's, one of the kind of good things about Finns I've found is that everybody gets a chance to speak, and people don't speak unless they really have something to say. I quite enjoyed that in my classes. I didn't feel as though anybody sort of jumped in and felt entitled to speak about anything. It made for some interesting dynamics at times, but I think I'd like to take that home with me. Only speak when you have something good to say, and take the time to listen to somebody else. I don't know what kind of advice I have to give to people who would be coming here. I think the best advice is to realize that if you're applying for this position, you are critical to the North American Studies program. And so there are those obligations, but they're fun obligations. I was encouraged by the Fulbright Commission to go to other places in Finland and to travel in Europe. And my advice was to take advantage of those opportunities, to meet as many people as possible. I really feel after 10 months here, I'm just getting to know this place. But I think that's true anywhere. But I realize that I've made lots and lots of really good connections that will make me keep coming back, and at least help me to maintain those connections sort of electronically, both professionally and socially.